23 NBA Draft, the Houston Rockets select Thompson from Oakland, California, an overtime elite. With the 20th pick in the 2023 NBA Draft, the Houston Rockets select Cam Whitmore from Villanova University.
So if you didn't know, we got a new look for the Chop Shop merch store. We got some new drops in there, some new sales coming up. I want you guys to go to the merch store. You don't have to buy anything. I just want you to go there and look at some of these fire designs that we got in there. Shout out to our CSGs. If you hear the term CSG on the channel, that stands for Chop Shop Gang. That's the community. That's those passionate Rockets fans that sit through 2-3 years of a rebuild, that sit through bad games, that sit through bad coaching. Shout out to y'all. We are at the cusp of glory. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Got to keep pushing through. Shout out to the CSGs. Go to the merch store. Check out the designs on there. If you like something, cop it, man. Cop it. Let them boys know what the CSG stands for, man. Tell them that you've been a die-harder. You went through the Christian Wood years. You went through the John Wall years. So keep repping, keep supporting the Chop Shop, and we're going to keep dropping heat. What's good with y'all boys, man? Man, do we have a gang tonight? Did we? I don't know. I slept through. Nah, I'm playing, man. Just watched probably the most exciting Summer League game I've ever watched. If you think about the Rockets, in our history of Summer League, we've been a good team for a long time, right? And the Summer League never meant much to us until, recently. And until recently, we've been blessed to have these really, really high end prospects come into our franchise. And this year, which is probably, you're hoping, if everything goes well, this will be the last year that the Rockets are actually going to have this level of draft picks. And what a way to kick it off with basically every one of them in their own way showing why they're special, giving you just a hint of what you could see 3, 4, 5 years down the line. Now, obviously, the cover on the image on here was Jabari. Yeah, Jabari, started off super rough. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very measure when it comes to when it comes to young guys. If a guy's young, they could play good, they could play bad, and I learned this over these past 3 years. Oh, Jalen Green's the best. He's gonna be Kobe. Then Jalen Green goes through a stretch where he's looks like he shouldn't be in the NBA. This player is going to be this. It happens, but what you got to do is learn to live see the flashes that they make, and then try to see how those flashes can translate to actual day-to-day things they could do every single day. And for Jabari, the thing that has kept me on point with my assessment of him, I'm unwavering about my view. If you guys watched the video from this that came out this morning that I did about the preview for the Summer League, I told you guys a lot of these guys are going to start off slow in the first half because why? For the rookies, you're thinking about, the fact that this is the biggest game they ever played in their lives. Thompson, he's playing in overtime elite. This is the biggest game. The best competition Thompson has ever played is going to be tonight because you're playing against NBA players. You're playing against guys that are going to be impact players right now in the NBA. Shaedon Sharpe is a bucket. I mean, that kid is special. Athlete, shot maker, just a special basketball player. They don't have Shaedon Sharpes in the OTE, right? Henderson is special. You feel me? So this level is different than what these guys are used to. You also look at the fact for the second-year players, for Jabari and Tari, we saw this same thing with Jay Gupp last year, where as a second-year player, the pressure is you feel like you got something to prove, right? You feel like you have to play good because you're supposed to play good. You see a Keegan Murray drop 41 or 42 points, and you feel the pressure to play good. And sometimes that could overwhelm some of the second-year players where they try to press and do too much, and it makes them look bad. Is summer league important? Hell yes, it's important because what it gives you is a measure of the work that you have to do between now and the start of the season. It gives you a measuring stick, especially for the younger guys. And they obviously, we're fans, or we're going to overreact to different things. But what you want to see when you look at, don't look at the box scores, don't look at how guys are, what their efficiency is per se. Like, you don't want them to be just trash. What you do have to look at is like things that they have weaknesses on. Have they worked on that? One of the weaknesses for Jabari Smith was his handles. Noticeably today, Jabari's handles were much tighter. In the first half, he was attacking the closeout with confidence. If you guys remember last year, when he tried to dribble the ball, he would basically just like his legs would shake, almost like when Bambi in the movie Bambi, when Bambi was first born, the ball would go out of his hand when he tried to make the simplest between the leg dribbles. You could see now he's decisive. Dude was trying out Euros, and we saw this during the season towards the end of the year. So I'm not surprised that he was able to keep improving on that. If you can have a guy that's a worker, has talent, they work hard, and they're dedicated, then I don't put nothing past them. So the leaps that he's made from where he was last year till now as a ball handler, day and night. And he could have went 0 for 20 tonight. But I'm not watching his 0 for 20. I'm watching, hey, did Bari get better as a ball handler? So this is how I watch these games, right? When I'm making my assessments. Also, you look at his shot selection. Now, one thing that he is still struggling at is his strength, especially in the post. Jabari tries to post up a lot of players. He tried to do a couple of post ups today, but he was just not getting any movement on. So when he did his fadeaways, there was really the defender basically just had to crowd his space. Sometimes they fouled him, and other times, if he did, he was taking. And the announcer for the game pointed this out. He was taking a lot of off balance shots. Like his fadeaways weren't balanced. That fadeaway got to be smooth. Like we've seen the best do it in Akeem Olajuwon. That fadeaway is like to them it's just like walking. Like they just doing it. When Kobe, when MJ, when they hit that fadeaway on you, it's they might as well be shooting a free throw. But Jabari still looks rushed and hurried when he is shooting his fadeaways in the post, especially. And to me, that is why those shots don't go in on a constant basis. That's going to be a work in progress for him. You feel me? Like the yoga is nice, the Pilates and all the little random stuff he's doing is nice. Bar, you got to get in the weight room, bro. I see he did get more defined. I ain't gonna lie. He put on some muscle, but yeah, that's all that is. That's all that is. Bro got to get in the weight room. He got to get in the weight room. That's all that is. Real quick, we got a super chat from Lee Hines. And shout out to y'all, man. I was so excited. I just came in talking, bro. I didn't even excuse my manners, guys. I'm sorry. Shout out to the CSGs. I didn't get to shout out the chat, man. My mind is going. I just finished the Twitter spaces. Lee Hines asked, peer character with lovey-dovey eyes, blowing red hearts in the air. Oh, is that a maybe? Okay, I'm tripping. on my side from the app we used to, it just describes the emoji. Okay, I'm looking at it on my phone. Okay, all right. I was about to say, bro, damn, what you trying? You sending shots at me, bro? But anyways, appreciate you, dog. Shout out to Lee Hines. Shout out to Lee Hines with the super sticker, with the super. Appreciate you, space. But yeah, on the restream thing, it just describes what the emoji is. Yeah, my bad, bro. Yeah, I thought you was. I ain't gonna say you was getting Jalen on me because we trying to avoid that conversation. But so at the end of the day, you feel me? Like the things you have to look for with these guys is you have to look for what they are doing and how they're improving in some of those things, right? Don't get too caught up on the numbers. Like Wemby, I know I see some people clowning Wemby right now. What is Wemby doing now, and how does he look maybe a few months from now? Is this something he's improved on? That's how you assess these young players. Is are they improving at the things that they're efficient at? I could say from Jabari's game, he's made a lot of strides from what we saw from the first time we saw him coming into Las Vegas to where he is now as an NBA player. I don't expect him to obviously drop whatever the hell he scored in the second half, and I'll pull up the stats later on. But I do expect Jabari to be somebody that he's going to play good defense. He's going to hit those trail threes because that's his bread and butter. And he's going to make the smart plays when he needs to. And at the end of the day, you feel me? When he needs to hit a big shot, brother going to hit a big shot. Jabari got a little big shot Bob in him, don't he? Yeah, he got a little big shot Bob, and I ain't gonna lie, you do it once, all right, you know what I mean? You do it twice, okay. This is a pattern, bro. This dude is built for the moment. Um, and yeah, he hits these walkaway threes, bro. That is so cold to have a ball game guy that you can call game with that's damn near 7 foot tall. Yeah, that's I like that big shot, big shot. Y'all take note of that. We're gonna have to merch that. We're gonna merch that. Y'all take notes. Yeah, chat. Take note of big shot Bari. Y'all get credit for it. We're gonna merch that. We're gonna merch that. But shout out to Jabari Smith. Obviously, the first half wasn't beautiful. It wasn't like like what we expected from him. But I think one thing about him, and if you look at the game like a coach, a guy like Jabari is going to be somebody that is always going to find his way on the court because even though he doesn't shoot well necessarily, he's always going to be doing the right things, playing defense, helping, doing what he's supposed to do, all those other things like that. Um, Otherwise, I mean, hell of a game, bro. Hell of a game for him. The defense was real. Now here's an underrated part. Everybody talks about the shot. What about that block that he had prior to the shot actually going up? Right? What about that block with the it gave me shades, bro, of the NBA Finals 2021, Phoenix versus Milwaukee. Last minute, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, pick and roll, game on the line. Chris Paul gets off the screen, throws the lob up, and guess who's there to break it up? Giannis. Giannis blocks Ayton at the rim on the lob. Game that play won the game, even though that the Milwaukee went on to win after that. That play won the game, bro. So that block won the game. That was a dunk. Dude pinned it on the glass, bro. Then went down and hit. Come on, bro. Hit the free throws, the clutch free throws down the stretch. Big game for him. I don't give a damn if it's summer league. The confidence booster that is for that kid is going to carry him throughout the rest of the summer. You know what I mean? The work that he's put it in is validated with that. You feel me? The work he's putting in, and guys, I'm gonna get to the chat. I'm gonna do my little soliloquy first, so we can chop that up for our podcast. Then we'll open it up. I'll drop the link for everybody to come up. But yeah, Jabari, shout out to him. Shout out to just his resilience and not getting down. Because I ain't gonna lie, like I would have been nervous my damn self. Trying to not get nervous. Like man, damn man, I didn't do good last season, and now here I am, on another Vegas stage, and now it's even worse. At least I don't have the excuse of being a rookie. I'm a sophomore. The dude that was drafted after me just dropped 40, and here I am, stat wise, thinking it up in the gym, but never let it he never got shook. Bro just kept on chopping wood, and it worked out for him. So shout out to Jabari. Let me see his stat line: 31 minutes tonight. Shot four. This, bro, if y'all watch that video, I told y'all what I wanted his efficiency to be. Check this out: 44%. I said mid 40s on the video from this morning. 3-point, I said mid to high 30s. He was 37% right there. Shot, I said 80s for free throws, 82%. I didn't even care about the numbers. I said 15 points because I'm not looking at his stat, but bro dropped 33 on them boys. 33, 2 assists, 7 rebounds. He had 1 block, which was the biggest block of the game. 3 turnovers. He was a -3 during the game. You know what I mean? Just a great game from him. Got another super chat from your boy. Shout out Third Coast. Okay, let me make sure this is not an emote. Okay, this is an actual chat. Let me not read some suspect here. It says, a man giving me those Lonzo Ball vibes, great core vision, amazing defense, 4 block, 3 steals from a point guard. Ime is loving it. I'm gonna get to a man, bro. I'm gonna get to him. I'm gonna get to the brother there. I'm gonna get to the brother. Because yeah, he's gonna be my second in line. But I just had to start off with Jabari. Good game for him. I'm excited to see how he follows this up. Hopefully, he starts off making his shots better throughout the game, the whole game. I don't expect him to have 35 every game, obviously, but or 30 something. But you do want him to be a little more consistent. I like the efficiency. I like the defense. And I'll talk about some of the other stuff I saw and what I thought got him going in a little bit. Now to move on to Amen Thompson. Uh, we got a point guard, fellas. We got a point guard. I love what third coach just said with the Lonzo Ball. That is a perfect comp. In fact, I'm gonna admit I've never thought about that comp of Lonzo Ball. That is actually a perfect comp. He's Lonzo Ball with a better athlete. That is a perfect comp. I really, and even the way that Lonzo, um, everything, damn near everything. Yeah, that's a good comp, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But Amen Thompson is dude is poised, man. The only thing I could say about him right now, bro, is that he's a real point guard. Like this is not, and to me, a lot of this discussions around Lonzo was very similar to with Amen because people thought Lonzo was just like this. He could dunk. He's kind of athletic because he was a ball. He's one of the ball kids. People thought that he was like not like slow, but like he wasn't there like mentally, like he actually is. Coming to turn out, Lonzo is a savant, right? Lonzo is literally like a true blue point guard in the mold of not as skill wise or as good wise, but he's out of the mold of the Jason Kidds of the world, right? A guy that's going to give you rebounds, assists. He's going to get steals. He's going to clamp up on defense. Um, and Amen Thompson, bro, the thing I was looking for all of these the rookies is that what does your poise look like on this stage, right? Are you nervous? Is it in the case of where it's too much pressure for you to play at this level, right? Like we've seen with some of our guys, Jabari. Is there such big deficiencies in your game? Is the moment too big? Is it true that whatever league you were from was bad? A man came in there and looked like the most. I would say probably between him and Scoot, it's arguable who was most poised. Scoot was poised. Scoot is a true blue point guard as well. The battle, the kind of the little chess match they had going on was beautiful to watch. As somebody that loves basketball, to see two high level guards at coming into the league at the same time that could be going back and forth for their whole careers. God willing, they stay healthy. It is a treat for us, and it's going to be a treat for us over the years. And the fact that they're going to be linked for the rest of their careers together. And it's always going to be popcorn time. Anytime the Blazers and Rockets suit them up, right? You got to bring out your popcorn. But man, the thing that really got me is just he's not forcing anything. Dude is an adult. He's an adult in the room. And at the point guard, this is what we have been missing. Honestly, as great as the scores we have, the athletes, blah blah blah, we haven't had an adult at point guard, and I don't mean that in age wise. I mean that the demeanor, right? The demeanor and having that just calm. Y'all seen how both of them were going at it. Scoot was controlling that team, bro. He was controlling that team. Like he had them boys humming, generating open shots, and the man was just our team was a little bit more helter skelter to start the game because we had a bunch of guys that were still stuck in the Silas colonial mentality. What I'm going to coin that phrase of they didn't know they were free yet, man. They still trying to ball hog and do all the stuff that we saw from Jacob last year, and everybody thinks he's him, and that really is what got them in a bind earlier. But not a man. He was calm. He was distributing, didn't force the issue. He took what the defense gave him. Dude has that processor mind. He is in the LeBron. I'm not saying he's as good as LeBron, but the how those guys are robots. When you look at it, like they're robots. Like whatever the defense gives him, he's gonna make the right play. Like that's one thing with Amen Thompson. If you're gonna help off the corner, that's corner three. If you're gonna try to bring that big man in to stop the drive, if the other guy cuts, that's a dunk for his teammate. If you try to trap him on the wing, he's gonna pass to the guy under the basket. This dude was making underhand passes, overhead passes, bounce passes, no look. Like he left so many assists on the court that he could have had like 12 or 13 assists. And I'm not even talking about missed shots. I'm talking about dudes. You seen the one where Huff, the big man that was playing, the pass came so quick off the trap. They were running a pick and roll. They trapped a man, and as soon, like literally in a split second, as soon as they trapped him, phew, the ball was zipping by Huff's head, bro. Pause. And he didn't even know what to do with it. Fumbled it and just kind of messed up the play. I think he ended up trying to bobble it in it, but that's the level of processing. This dude is a MacBook Pro, right? We've been processing with remember if y'all are old enough, y'all remember them computers, the old, I think there were Macs too, that had the floppy disk that you could play Frogger on. Now, if I went to school in A-Leaf as a kid, so y'all remember when it was time to play on the computer, you had the little floppy disk, put it in. That's what we was running with at point guard. We had the floppy disk, kid. Now we got these MacBook Pros with the extra interface on there. That's what Amen Thompson is rocking with, and the dude is, man, bro. Like, I'm so excited. The two-man game between Amen Thompson and Sengun is going to be nasty. It's going to be nasty, bro. Did y'all see what he was doing with Huff? With Huff, bro? Huff. I don't even know who Huff is. Y'all seen the video? I damn near couldn't name half the guys that were on the roster from this morning. Like, even just saying their names is rough. But we have a point guard, man. That's my takeaway from that. I think we have a point guard, and I'm so excited to see. Dude, he might force the issue to get minutes. I don't think he's going to start unless they put him at the 3. Then Dillon would have to play the 4. But I know for a fact Dillon Brooks and Fred VanVleet are going to start. I know I can estimate that I think that Jalen Green and Jabari Smith are going to be given the benefit of the doubt to be starters. And same thing with Alperen Sengun. Aside from the benefit of the doubt, I still think there's open spots to be had. I don't think he needs to start because he's a rookie and we're trying to be a good team now. And you don't need to start anybody that's a rookie. Shout out to Ben Matherin. You feel me? Shout out to all the rookies that play on good teams that have to sit on the bench, even though sometimes they're more talented than the guys that start in front of them. Shout out to all of them. That's a new wave now. But I can see Amen Thompson closing the game, right? I can see a Jalen. You feel me? We're going to go with Amen in this time, just for defensive purposes. Okay, just for defensive purposes. We're going to go with Amen and Fred and let him and, Tari and hey, Alperen, we're gonna put Jabari at the 5 just for and Amen get in there. You're gonna play the 3 with Jalen and whoever and Dillon in there. Or hey, you know what I mean? It's a new mentality that we're gonna have with this team now. So I'm ready for that. And I mean, just exciting. Amen Thompson stats today: 28 minutes, 6 to 13 shot, 46% from the field, 100% from 3. Only took 1, and it was the one they left him open. Did not even sweat, didn't blink, didn't do the Ben Simmons where he had to think about it or pump fake. He didn't do the LP pump fake, then shoot it. Just automatic trigger, pull it, hit it. You feel me? Keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. That's what you want to see. Take the shots that they're there. There are some guards that it takes them their whole career to figure out how to have the confidence to shoot those threes when they're not shooters. And back to the Lonzo Ball comp real quick. That is something that Lonzo took from a weakness to a strength. Because before Lonzo got hurt, he was a sniper. Talk about a guy that people made fun of his shot coming in. Ugly shot, not a shooter, all this stuff. Turn that into a strength. We had Amen Thompson, like I said, 100% from 3, 1 shot, 3 or 4 from the free throw line. His form looked good at the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 5 assists, should have probably had double digits, 3 steals, 4 blocks. Dude had 4 blocks, only 2 turnovers. 2 turnovers, bro. 2 turnovers. The guy, lead ball handler, 2 turnovers, 16 points. Didn't even try. 6 plus 6. Good for him. Tari was balling. You know what I mean? He had a little flashes of tunnel vision, but he was doing his thing. Tari, I noticed, I was going back and watching the game before I started the live. Tari was basically bringing the ball up, and they were running a lot of what they call motion strong with Thompson and mostly Amen. Because I was like, why are they putting Amen in the corner a lot, and they were running motion strong with them. Now they did kind of put him back as the lead, but I kind of understood what they did. And if you guys, maybe I have to do a breakdown in one of the games. Motion strong is where you'll have. We ran this with Jalen. We'll put him in the corner, have the big man stand at the wing, and let Jalen run off the corner with with somebody, a teammate, giving him an entry pass right at the top of the key where he's moving full speed. And you do this to use people, guys that have super athletic and speed. You want to get them moving so the defense is like not set and they can use their speed to an advantage. To me, that's cool. We can do that a couple times, but you're diminishing Amen Thompson's his brain at that point. Because unlike Jalen, Amen Thompson can generate his own space with his ball handling, and his first step is still there, just like Jalen's. And unlike Jalen, when he gets in the paint and there's 5 people trying to stop him from laying up the ball, he can pass it to anywhere on the court. So they made that adjustment to put him in the corner, try to get him motion strong at first, and doing some things with him coming off downhill. Then they went to him actually being like our point guard and running the show, and it really went. It changed the dynamic of the game. But Tari was bringing up the ball. Tari was playing defense. Tari was doing what Tari does, getting to the basket. Tari had a couple tunnel vision plays, but Tari was getting rebounds. Tari is just a good player. His shot looked good. Let's see, 30 minutes, 50% from the field, 50% from three, 2 of 4 from three, 66 from the line. He had 10 rebounds per Tari usual. He had 5 assists, 4 blocks. Bro, this dude, 20 points. Come on, bro. What are we doing? Highest plus minus on a team, plus 12. Hey, man, I hope that Tari and Jabari are not. I just want to see them play together. I really do want to see them play together because um, if it is a competition, it's going to be interesting. If they both going to be slotted at the 4, it is going to be interesting. Tari Eason was that dunk. My God, bro, yeah, he was on it. Tari was on it. Yeah, he's probably the MVP of the game. If Bari didn't go off, I would have to give it to Bari just because he won the game towards the stretch. But oh my lord, like yeah, Tari was on it, man. Shout out to him. But I'm not surprised. This is what Tari does. What I mean? This is what Tari does. Trevor Hudgens, he was out there, took a lot of shots. I didn't really like too many shots. And lastly, before I go to the chat, Cam Whitmore. Now, Cam, the pass. Okay. I'll get to the pass. I'll talk about the pass in a second. But let me get off with Cam Whitmore. Cam Whitmore, he had a typical rookie game, typical young guy game. What you expect from 18-year-olds that are coming into the NBA. And if you like some of the buzz around Cam, obviously he slipped really to the 20th pick because of his knee and some medical issues. But there was also some things about not his character. I don't think anybody ever questioned his character, but his feel. And I've mentioned this a couple of times in my videos. And Cam has a bad feel for the game. I'm just gonna be straight up with it. And you guys, you know what I'm talking about, right? Looking off your point guard. Y'all seen a man clapping for the ball a couple of times on fast breaks where Cam would ignore him and instead of giving the ball to the guy that is a fast break demon, you're going to give it to you're going to elect to take a step back to contest a 3. Low IQ stuff and basketball wise, and that's his main issue with him is that because I said this on the spaces. Cam was he went to Villanova. If you guys keep up with the NCAA, Villanova is not a blue blood school, but they are always in the tournament, right? They're a powerhouse, one of those type of powerhouse teams that do it off of just grit. They're going to play smart. They're going to play good basketball. They're going to move the ball. And Cam is a very talented player that went to one of those not blue blood schools. And a lot of times, especially when they're as young as he is, those one and dones think because that a lot of the guys that he's playing with are what you call the 3-year start guys, the 4-year college guys that are just going to be there. They're not as like the bigger names. So a lot of time he would get a little ball hoggish, right? He would be a ball stopper. And this is the coach, and you might have heard some rumors about the coaches not really hyping him up. They probably were just being honest about him, and y'all are going to get to see it. Um, he's a ball stopper, and that's his issue. As talented as he is, and as a player, he's a ball stopper, and it's going to take time for him to be broken out of that. And I think that this is one of the reasons that you're happy that he is under Coach Udoka and not Coach Silas. If this was Steven Silas, I would be worried about Cam Whitmore because we've seen like those type of players. If you don't have a structure around them to hone in on what they're really good at and trim away the fat, it can turn. He could be like just a waste of talent in the NBA. But he's under a coach that's going to hold him accountable. He's young. There's no rush on Cam. He has all the talent in the world. It's just unrefined right now, and that's where it helps to have the Fred VanVleets, to have the Dillon Brooks. He's going to be around guys that are better than him and are gonna push him to be just the best version of himself. This is a great situation for him. And it's a good thing that he got dudes that he can relate to in Jabari and Amen and them. But today he was a ball stopper. Let me see, what was this plus minus? Cam was a +9 in the game, but a lot of the times when he would get the ball, it wouldn't be nothing good. He has a bit of Tari Eason, young Tari in him, tunnel vision. The J Gup, I think I'm LeBron in Game 7 mode in him when he's trying to score. And the thing for him is he has to find the balance because he's not going to nobody's going to treat him like a star. He's not the best player on the team, far from it. So how do you stand out on a team with better players than you when your best skill is being a bucket? Play defense, hustle, do the little things. If Cam can buy into that, he's going to be just fine. If his ego or whatever is too big for him to be a Tari Eason, to be Jabari, who's going to dive on loose balls, who's going to scrap. And he was playing hard today. Don't let this feel like he was lazy or anything. He was playing real hard. But just honing that into a better, more conducive, winning brand of basketball is going to determine whether how soon he sees the court. Now I'm with y'all. I fully believe he's going to get time in the G League, and he should. Right, go run with some more competition. That's going to be around his pace. He can learn to learn the system and not just sit on the bench because if you watch him defensively, he was getting washed on screens. He was trying hard, but just like all our young guys, like the ones that are really, really young, and we were drafting a lot of high upside, low, like not low floor. Yeah, some of them have low, like Jalen's floor wasn't that high, just really high upside guys. Those type of guys, those hoopers, I'm a bucket type of guys. It's their mind takes the longest to catch up with their body. So that's where Cam is going to be. He's a typical Rockets draft pick from the past few years. So just give him time. Give him time. I expect him to play better next game and the game after that and the game after that. I think he's smart enough to know, okay, I shouldn't be doing X, Y, and Z. And I think we have a coaching staff now that's going to actually tell him, like, bro, instead of doing the behind the back, step back, contested jumper, when you get the ball and there's an open teammate, try passing it to them. Let's just see how that works, right? Maybe getting a guy that can shoot a little bit better than you, giving them an open shot. But he'll be fine. But he was a ball stopper. And I think if he doesn't get that right, Coach Udoka will not let him see the court. He will not see the court. And this is what happens when you're a good team. This is what happens when you're a good team. Overall, the team, the Huff guy, he played pretty good. Huff was at least a rim deterrent. He set good screens. He was a presence there, and he was instrumental in them coming back in the game. Just imagine Sengun. That's all I like. All the stuff Huff doesn't do. This is where having a talented center comes in. Is that those screens, the two-man action where they're doing dribble handoffs. If a man gets trapped like he was, right now, if your center is screening for you and you're a guard and you get trapped, most centers in the league are not a passing option unless they're screaming to the basket for a dunk. He can easily do a short roll pass to Sengun, and now Sengun becomes your point guard. So you got basically a 4-on-2, or you know what I mean, or 4-on-3 going the other way. Then you could do some stuff with Jalen where you have him and Amen Thompson. I described the motion strong earlier, where they put you put a guard or somebody a wing in the corner. You have the big man come out and set a screen for them, and then they come off that curl in the corner, screaming downhill. Imagine you're doing that with Jalen and Amen Thompson, full like downhill power, like You got shooters flanking them. Like, it's crazy, bro. I can see why Ime Udoka was smiling real hard talking about these young guys on the side. We got a super chat from Third Coast Alliance, though. Shout out to you, brother. He says Tari was 50% from three. Knocked down that shot after getting the ball from Jabari when Portland tried to trap Bari. Yep. Yeah, Tari's shot looks pure, man. And, he was a good shooter pretty much the whole year. And that was one of the things that was concerning about him coming out of LSU. Was his shot real? And yeah, it was. All right, let me get to the chat, man. Appreciate y'all boys. Gene Asen says, any updates on the men? Yeah, they said that it wasn't a big deal, but I don't, when last time we heard that, I think it was when Jalen got hurt and then he was out for like a month. So I don't know if they're going to be overly cautious with him. They say he just sprained his ankle. Obviously, they're playing Detroit on Sunday, so I pray we get to see Amen versus Asor because that's it's just special to see two brothers go at each other. But we hope and pray. We hope and pray that he's going to be fine. I hate that it seems like every year we lose somebody to injury that's on the Rockets that we just want to see. The main reason we want to even watch the games. But this year you still got Jabari there. You got Tari. You got Cam. You got some of the other players there that can play. And shout out to Coach Udoka and Stone and Fertitta Jr. and the whole team, damn near the whole roster. You seen Fred was sitting next to Jalen. Kevin Porter was out there with his boots on. Alp was out there swagged out. You had your boy KJ Martin out there with Jerry West sitting there watching the game courtside. They were out there supporting their guys, man. And it's good to see like they're already bonding like that. I think most of them were out there last year too, but just to see Coach Udoka at the end of the bench, Fred VanVleet, the team's captain, basically there, had his arm around Jalen, laughing, talking. The guys were just chopping it up. It's already you're seeing the buds of that thing. And Fred VanVleet did a interview with the Pivot. Fred Taylor, Ryan Clark, that their little podcast. And I haven't watched it. I'm gonna watch it. If it's interesting, I'll make a video for it. But y'all check that out, man. I heard he said some really, really good stuff about the team. But yeah, man, it's good vibes right now for the team, man. Like I told y'all, man, we're almost there. We're almost there. Miri Sarawak says, although it was just a game, the future looks bright for all these players. Yeah, man. This is what it's about. This is what it's about because at the end of the day, these dudes are going to grow and they're going to get better. And it's just about how can they develop over the next few years. And the thing that's not depressing about now is that we're actually going to try to win. It was kind of, yeah, we'd see them play real hard in summer league and they're trying to win. Then we tank. I hate tanking, bro. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I hate it. I hate it with a passion, especially after going through it and basically seeing teams that didn't try to overtly tank like we did still get rewarded. And it just proves the point that you just let the chips fall, bro. We were never good enough to win, a bunch of games like that. But to ignore development for the sake of Wemby, when at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, you know, if you're going to be a bad team, you're going to draft good. You're going to be drafting a good position. Just develop your guys. Just be competent, right? Be competent. But yeah, so I don't want to tank anymore. I'm sick of it. Uh, oh man, y'all killing me. Cactus kills. I hope I said that right. We're hella proud of Alp. I'm Turkish. Ho ho ho. Whoa whoa. His D is cancer though. Hey, what do you mean by that? No, I'm playing. But nah, we ain't gonna call it cancer. God damn, bro. Like let the man let's let him let's give him a year. Let's give Sengun some time under Udoka before we're we're calling his defense cancer, bro. I think he's gonna surprise you guys. And it's not really it's gonna be some is with his internal development as a player, but a lot of it is gonna be also based on the fact that the perimeter defense around him is going to be much better, and that makes a huge difference when you're playing that drop. Having those wings that can cover, like the length that I saw on the court today was crazy. Yeah, I mean the Cam, Amen, Jabari, Tari foursome with the even Huff. I don't know who Huff is. I know damn sure he ain't no NBA like starting level player. But when you got all that length around you, I mean, you can damn near put me back there, and I'll get dunked on, but you know what I mean? I'll take a charge or two. I get in the way, at least put my body in front of somebody. So yeah, I think Shengun's going to be fine. I think Shengun's going to be fine. I'm looking at the upside from other things that he can do on the court. That's going to make the team that much better. Y'all got to remember, bro. Oh, my boy Mike here. What's good, Mike? What up with you, bro? That's like my best friend, bro. Shout out Mike. Shout out Mike. Shout out Mike. Y'all see Mike Black in the chat. That's the boy. That's the bro from Knee High, bro. Let me see EF in this thing. What's good, bro? EF, you can hear me? You there? Okay, let me check. Am I tripping? Do y'all hear EF talking? Does anybody hear EF talking? EF Hutton, is he talking or is it me? Let me see. Maybe I got my sound off. No, sound is on. EF, say something, bro. Okay, he's not talking on my end. Okay, but yeah, man, y'all hit the like button while we try to get EF straight. Let me check the chat quality control. Yeah, nah, he tripping. He bugged out. EF Hutton on that Silas time, bro. You on that Silas time, man. You know, what I mean, we in that Udoka time, bro. You got to come in. You know, what I mean, if you ain't gonna, your mic ain't gonna work, man. We ain't doing that in 2023, bro. Um, let me see. Do y'all hear him though? Nobody hears him talking. Okay. EF, drop out and drop back in. Drop out and drop back in for me. Let me check my settings, make sure my audio is good. Yeah, my audio is straight, so it's him. But yeah, I think that Shengun's going to be fine. I don't. I think you guys just got to give him a little bit of grace on his defense. Fi says I thought a good amount of the unknown guys on that roster did pretty good. Hinton, yeah, Hinton was playing good. Powell, Samuels was good. Huff did his, I mean, he was good. He hit a couple of threes. Yeah, the unknowns trying to make them boys was playing for their lives, bro. That's what you got to see. Like they playing it's, for them. This is game 7, and shout out to them. Those dudes trying to get looks. At least they getting filmed there on tape. So that's something we like. We like to see. I know I make fun of them. Like I don't know this guy. I really don't know them, but I mean, still shout out to them for playing for their lives. Chatman says still going through the podcast myself. It's almost an hour long. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know which part. Oh, you talking about the interview? Yeah. Let me know how that go. Let me know how that go. EasyMB says, I don't think those other fans were happy being not total ass and lying themselves about. Yeah, man. Y'all know y'all was lying when y'all was saying y'all was okay with the tank, bro. We all was miserable. Let's be real. All right, this is a safe space. It was miserable. This was a miserable time for all of us going through uh, going through that tank. I never ever want to experience that again, bro. I don't give a damn who we trade. I don't give a damn how bad it is. Let's just try to be competent. Let's try that for a shake. Yeah, if you there, brother?
Yeah, I'm here, fam.
All right, there you are. All right, man. What's good, man? What you thought about the game, dog?
Hey, this was the hypest game since the last time Jabari hit a big three to me. I was in
Was
here
that a Pacers
screaming.
game?
Yeah, yeah, when he hit the game winner, and I was in here going crazy. I was screaming, jumping on the bed, flipping, like I felt like a kid. You know
Man,
what I mean? I was in here
you
going
flipping on
crazy,
the
like
bed, man?
I was going crazy. Man, I'm doing belly flops, everything.
Oh,
My son came in the room like, "Hey, well, you
I was
all
about to
right?"
say you got people in the house with you.
Yeah. They thought I was losing
Oh,
my mind, man. But
hey, let me. If I do a belly flop in my bed, bro, we got to put it out on Monday for trash day, bro. So you got some good.
you
We
got one of
rolling
them
that hoe out.
ones.
Yeah, my wife. Yeah, bro. Well, what you thought about the game, bro? Like, what was your takeaway?
I I saw a lot of the same stuff you saw, but I mean, definitely like you say, I was watching the bar and I was like, oh man, Frank finna go in on Jabari, man. He finna go in on Jabari. Jabari just, he's shooting the ball short. He coming off stiff, and I was looking out like, and then like 2 shots later, you seen him kind of like, like something just snapped. And I think when he went to the free throw line, he took himself to the goal. He did the little crossover, went to the free throw line, and hit them 2 free throws. And I was just looking, I was like, man, this dude form is entirely too pure for him to be missing a lot of shots. They got to get him the ball. And, he just started coming down and started working his jump or going to the goal. And like they say, you get a couple of times going to the rim and you see the ball go through the hoop, now you get actual rhythm. And once he got into his rhythm, it's raps. So, I hope, and this is something I was telling Pops, I was like, I hope Udoka has the mindset of, hey, let's get Jabari shots. Even if we go down by a little bit in the first quarter, let's get Jabari shots. Because I think Jabari is the kind of player who needs reps in the beginning of the game in order to just, get the jitters off of him, or, because he's so amped up and he want to be great so bad. You got to let him be great early, because you don't want to just, go to him and he feel like, okay, I got to make the shot. Then he don't make that shot. Now he's going to say, hey, I got to lock down on defense, and he not out. He won't really be focused. But I think when he get the ball and he get into his bag a little bit, get to the free throw line, Jabari is a monster, man. But I saw the same thing from Amon. His court vision, his rebounding, man. Look, his rebounding can be really special, I think. Just long arms right around the rim like that. You see the ball come off, and he right there, like he barely jumped, and he putting it back in. That's crazy to me. I like him. I did take note to the fact that he do kind of put his head down sometime and be like, let me get my shot off. I think a lot of the young guys gonna have that because of the fact that it's summer league and they want to showcase their skills. He looked right, looked left, and he be like, I can make a basket, and then, he just go into his dribble step back or his shot side step, or I'm a bully ball this guy. That'll definitely kind of smooth itself out over time. And I tell you somebody else I like, 2 people, and I'm a close here. Trevor Hudgens, man, didn't look bad to me. He didn't look great, but his burst. His burst of speed going to the rim, getting inside the paint is exciting.
You talking about Trevor?
Yeah. He got a nice little burst of speed with the ball, and he's very, very quick, explosive with the ball. I mean, not like athletic towards the rim, but just a burst of speed to get inside the defense, collapse the defense, put pressure on it. It looked good to me. I like the way he, able to collapse the defense. And that center, man, the center, the big white guy.
That Huff, yeah.
Huff. Look.
Jay Huff. Let me, while you bring him up, let me just say his stats. 19 minutes. He was 2 of 6 from the floor, so only 33%. 1 of 4 from 3, 25%. 5 rebounds, 4 blocks, 1 turnover, 5 points. So not a huge game, but I do agree he was setting some good ass screens.
He set some good screens. He blocked shots. He reminded me kind of Walker Kessler, and he played physical, man. He played physical in there. He was willing to take those threes. Like he took them like he know he can make them. So if you're taking threes like that, like, you know what? If this ball land in my hand and I got a foot of space, I'm able to get the shot off, I'm going to pull it. And I like the confidence in him in taking those threes, because that show that usually he think he can make those threes. And, a lot of the not catching the ball and, ball being behind him or not really knowing how to pivot his foot to seal his man, that stuff I think will come with time. But he, to me, is a nice prospect. And that's, a lot of stuff that I saw. Oh, yeah, they did. I read the Sports Illustrated article, and they said Armin's foot injury wasn't serious. So, that's that.
I don't believe him, bro. We got to see what that swelling, it's going to swell. It's really when you sprain your ankle, you ain't going to know till the next morning. How when you get up that first, if y'all play sports, y'all know that first step out the bed with a sprained ankle going to tell you everything you need to know about it. If you can walk on it or it's going to get, so yeah. So
you're really supposed to keep playing on it. That's what I always do.
Yeah, I mean, but you got to go to sleep at some point. And that's really when you wake up, man, that first step, you're like, yeah. So hopefully he plays. I want to see him play his brother. Space Ghost, what's good, brother? You there?
What
You
up?
said
What up? What
audio?
up? What up?
Yeah,
Can you
you
hear
good.
me?
Salute, Ghost.
Yes, sir.
What's
I ain't get
happening
to hear
here?
your
What's
take,
good?
man.
Oh man, we back, bro. We saw some real. Even though it was summer league, we saw some real basketball. The coach Ben Sullivan, he was drawing up plays. Hey man, it looked like he just so comfortable already. Just it's like he knows what his role is on this team already, and he fit in like a glove. I think Jabari. He just started off a little slow. I think he was just trying to get the feel of the game. And then after halftime, he came out. He was just like, "All right, let me stop playing and let me show what I can do." And he turned it on. He was kind of scaring me at first, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You know, we was in the chat. I was like, "Come on, Bari. This can't be another repeat of last year." But the man came back. He showed what he about. I think 3 year Bari when he the third year Bari, bro, he gonna be almost, unstoppable. And I just liked everything about the team that I seen tonight. I don't have too many complaints because we got a point guard. Jabari showed out. Tari was amazing, like he always did, always are. Cam, I just think he's young and he just needs to get the feel of the game and don't be trying because he disrupts the game sometimes with his tunnel vision and how he just get locked in on just scoring the ball. But I think he's gonna be good, man. I mean, the dude athleticism, he dunks with ease. Like he just gets up. It don't even look like he's trying to dunk, and he just gets up there and dunk. Him and I think I said this in the chat. Him and
KJ.
Tari is just like a clone of each other almost. He's a little bit more athletic than Tari, but him and Tari is just like a clone of each other. We got two dudes. I think he need to attach himself with Tari a little bit more and pick his brain of defensive, like just giving it his all and going out, bro. And I think he gonna find he got a niche in his league, man. He's gonna be good.
Yeah, big
Hey,
facts, bro. I was gonna say real quick, him in the open court does remind me of KJ. How when they dunk,
Oh
it's
yeah,
like they just walking in the air, like yeah. So, um,
we want to
yeah,
kill the rim.
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
They
He
want to
be getting
kill it.
up there. He be getting up there. If he can just kind of mold himself to like real quick. Last year with Jay Gupp, one of the things he missed the assignment when they told him like, and Stone said this on camera on ESPN. Said basically they just told him that they want to see him work as to be a playmaker, and he was the opposite of that in the summer league. And for these young guys, I think like putting yourself in their shoes, you're trying to like make an impact and let coach see you like, hey, I'm here, coach. I'm good. I can score. But they don't understand. Coaches don't look at the game like that. They're thinking about the whole team, not just you trying to make a bucket. So if I'm, talking to a kid, I'm asking kid, what can you do that nobody else is doing on this team to make me want to put you on the court? You feel me? What need does the team have? And I think young guys have trouble like seeing that because most of them they've been the guys, so they don't want to be a role player. But if they, I don't give a damn what I do good at. If I know, okay, they need somebody to rebound, I'm Charles Barkley. Like, let me get in there just to get on the court. Then, like the Bruce Browns of the world, or all these guys you see come up in the NBA every season, once you play your role, Bruce Brown was setting screens like he a damn five in Brooklyn. Come to find out, dude, a point guard. You know what I mean? He gets to
Yeah.
Denver, get the opportunity. He dishing off, he shooting threes. Then he got the bag. You got to put yourself out there and just take the risk and just do the little dirty stuff, and then let your talent come out through that. But yeah, I think for Cam, yeah, it's going to be really his mind getting him comfortable being a Tari Eason, which is I'll do anything to help us win. But
Do you
that's just
think?
my
Do you
feeling.
think it's more like him and Tari is such like almost the same player? It's almost seemed like he gonna have to find to do something else that Tari's not doing because when him and Tari on the same floor, it's almost like they two of the same guys. So I think he got to figure out, hey, just let me set some off ball screens or do something that Tari's not
Yep.
doing. You know what I'm saying? Like just to get active, just stay active, bro, because the ball will find you. That's what Tari does. He stay active and the ball just finds him. It just get in his hand some type of way. And I think once he get that aspect of the game down of all right, I'm not gonna always have the ball, and when I do get the ball, I do got 4 other teammates on the court with me. I think he's gonna be fine. He just need to find his rhythm. I think next game, by the end of summer league and the preseason, if he don't have some of that gunslinger out of him or that tunnel vision out of him, I think we might just see him in the G League. He might go to the G League either way though, because it's kind of cramped at the wing spots.
Yeah, that's facts. You were saying something, EF?
Now I was just gonna say, I did see. Well, what I was gonna say was, it was something that Cam did that that I on the loose ball, the ball had came out and it was rolling down court, and there was a guy from the Blazers that was out in front, like kind of slow running to the ball, and then you see Cam sprint out to go get the ball, and that's the
Yeah,
kind of mentality that he has that people don't really give him credit for, because a lot of times you don't notice stuff like that. But it says something to his makeup, like, you know what, if you're not going to run to that ball and you right
yeah,
there by it, I'm gonna beat you to it. So if he just keep building on that, and then another one like Ghost has said, he did the pin screen and then relocated to the corner for that corner three that he hit, which was a big shot. So those two things, I think Ghost identified the two things I think that he need to work on a lot. Two things that Tari does do, which I think him or Tari would have ran to that ball and got it if that guy wouldn't have went on ahead and start running fast. The other thing is, that screen and relocate to the corner, which is gonna make him very effective because he's able to shoot that with a high efficiency rate. And we saw that tonight. So if he able to continue to build on that, setting screens and flashing out to corners or popping out to the wing three. I think that's gonna be big for him in our offense.
yeah.
Yeah, I think what he really will excel at is off back cuts and back screens and stuff like that, directly going downhill to the rack, because he's a downhill type guy, and you see him when he bodied up the center from I forgot his name. I think Tari put him in the rack too.
Oh
Big
yeah.
Baji, I think his name
Let
was
me see what
Baji
his
for the.
name was.
I
Let
think
me
his
see
name
what man's
Baji or
name
something like
was.
that.
Yeah, Baji, Ibu Baji.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when he
bro.
took that
Yeah,
contact and finish at the rack through contact, you can see he already got the NBA body to where he's we got big physical players now. Hey man, you seen him? He did that Eric Gordon, put the shoulder down, knocked the defender all the way under the basket, and he laid it up. Tari, he does the same thing. We just need to see Jabari get that in his repertoire to where he can get under. He plays too high sometimes to where he's always on a disadvantage as far as leverage. If he can get under guys and get lower, I know it's hard for a 6'11", 7-foot guy to get low. But if he can on offense, if he can get low and take some of that punishment and actually bruise a little bit and get these guys off him, clear him some space horizontally instead of vertically, Bari gonna be tough to deal with too.
man. I'm just watching that Tari dunk again on my phone. It is crazy, bro. I think Tari Eason is he's special. Just looking, I didn't even know his stat line was this crazy with the 20 and 10 and 5 and 5. I don't know. Remember we had talked about what was the player from Utah, that white boy. They used
Kessler.
to have them type of stat. No. Back in the day,
AK
uh,
47.
yeah, okay, Kurt Karolinko, bro. Cam,
Karolinko, yeah.
known for like he'll give you 20, 10, 5, 5, 5, 5. Yeah, 5 of everything, and that's who he, not like they play alike, but he was a play, he could do it all. He could put the ball on the ground, he gonna cut, he gonna hit the shots, he gonna rebound, he was a good shot blocker. He's just a special player, bro, and I think that that is really gonna, like, it's gonna be hard for them not to find him minutes, because when he's in the game we always win, bro. It's been like this since LSU. This dude just gets on the court and just produces, and
Right.
it doesn't stop. Like, um, it's crazy. I'm glad Jabari had that game towards the end, because, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be mad if people were saying that because Tari, you see me and Mike argue about this. I thought Tari should have started last year over Jabari about maybe a few months in because he was better than him by a lot. Like he was just purely better, but that doesn't always mean that that's what it's going to be. But um, yeah, I mean that was a great thing, man. Back to like Amen Thompson. What like to me, what I really saw, like what I was really just taken back by watching him was how well he was able to run the game, even when he wasn't getting the touches that he needed. He wasn't pressing. Like he wasn't doing too much. He never stopped trying on
Yeah.
defense. Um, Even when he got beat, he recovered. He was playing good defense on Scoot. Came out on a what's his name a couple times. What's his name?
Shadon
Sharp.
Sharp.
Yeah, a couple of times. And Sharp is special. I mean, I heard people say he could be the best prospect we have overall. We you think is it too early to tell? I mean, obviously, yeah, he
No,
hasn't played a full
no,
season,
I
but
mean,
just upside wise,
yeah. Nah, his upside is crazy. One thing that really didn't that I was kind of you know hesitant about saying that he was a great defender coming out of OTE. Playing under that setting, not really going up against true elite talent night in and night out. But the guy got switched on the centers. He blocked centers. He made it tough on Scoot a couple of times because Scoot is worldly going to the hole.
yeah,
He had looked like Scoot had to step on him a few times, and
yeah,
A-Man was quick to recover, and he made it tough on Scoot to where Scoot had to kick it out to the corner to where anybody else, I think that was going to be an easy layup or even a dunk, dealing with Scoot. And he made it tough on Scoot somewhat when he was matched up on him. I think Scoot got the better of him a couple times. Of course, Scoot is just special, but his defense really not surprised me because I know he got the capabilities. He's 6'7", 220. He got the capabilities. He got the measurements, but I seen it in action, like action against a 7-footer. I seen it against a guard. I seen it against a wing. I think his defense is going to be the game changer. He was in passing lanes. He stole a couple of them. Like you could tell his point guard mind be going to work on defense because he was looking at the ball handler and he could see where the next pass was going, and he just was long enough and athletic enough to get into that passing lane, like across. You know how they do the skip pass. He picked off the skip pass, and it looked like, he wasn't really in position at first to get there, but his closeout speed is so good to where, man, he got a high IQ on offense and defense, and I really wasn't expecting his defensive IQ to be as high as his offensive IQ, and it stuck out in this game for sure.
dude is a savant, bro. I just watched the Wemby dunk. I mean, the Kai Jones dunk on Wemby. This is my. I just
Oh
watched.
man, he
Oh
baptized
my
Wimby, didn't he?
god, my god, god.
Hey, you remember when I told you I was like, Wimby, he's gonna struggle
Well, we already knew that. I
against
mean, we knew that, bro.
against physical guys like that, bro. Like
Yeah, I
he's
mean,
gonna struggle, bro. Like I'm not worried about it or nothing
yeah,
like that. But if
neither.
if if I'm the
Wemby's gonna be
Spurs,
fine. I think they
if
know
I'm the
that. I mean,
Spurs,
it's
bro.
pop, bro. It's pop. They're not dumb. Wemby is a three-year project, bro. Before like he got to put muscle on, he got to get functionally stronger to even like we see this every year. Guys, if you come into the NBA and you small and skinny, I don't give a damn how tall you are. You going against grown ass men. These are dudes that they work out for a living now. They ain't got to go to school or class or they just train and hoop. And these are people they paying bills and buying houses for their mamas. They got kids. These are men. You going against LeBron and all these. He's gonna struggle, bro, and he's gonna struggle, especially going against big men. When Alperen goes against Wemby, he's gonna eat his lunch. Like he would
Mm-hmm.
literally put that man under the basket. Hell, if Kenny Lofton get a chance to go at Wemby, Kenny Lofton gonna put him under the basket. We seen the same thing happen with Chet. Like them big tall dudes, they struggle against low guys that are shorter that have a bit more leverage. So if I'm a Spurs fan, I'm still happy you got the upside, but man, um, there's a to me, it's 50-50, bro. He could be generational, or he could be just just a tall guy.
One thing about his offensive game that I think he needs to work on more is like his mid range. I don't think he needs to be out there on the perimeter past 3-point line that much. I think
Yeah,
his with his size and his length, I think it'll do him more justice, getting them in the elbows and letting them work like a 2 to 3 dribble to get right to the rack. Instead of having a dribble between the legs, all of that nonsense. I don't think that's going to benefit him much in the league. But once he figures it out, if I could get right here at this free throw line, or right at the elbow, do a pump fake, dribble twice, KD pull up. I think that'll be more of his game than actually running and gunning from 3 pointers and just looking to be a like a stretch four or something like that. I think he needs to get in the paint more.
And you know what I think, and
what you
you
think,
know,
bro?
I'm a little, farther out than most people, but Wimby, to me, the way he played tonight, he played like a point guard. He played to me, matter of fact, he played to me almost, I would say, close to the way that Thompson played. You know, and to me, he's about as much as a point guard as is. I really think they need to just stick him at the three and get a power forward and a center and just be long. Just be long, just be big, and just have him at the three, because I tell you what I saw. And you look at the bigs that can really handle the ball. You say like Anthony Davis. We seen him do the Shamgar crossover. Joel Embiid. We know he put peoples on crossover all the time. Wimby's cross hezzy cross was so quick. It was so quick and precise. Like, you can't not do that when you that good at it. You know what I mean? So I think having him at the center, well, yeah, it would be kind of like having Elijah Warren at center. Because Elijah Warren was able to dribble the ball like an actual point guard. But in this day and age, I'm almost like, why not just get a center? Why not just go get you an actual center that can play center and put Wimby at your three, and 7'3", KD 7'1", they close, So I wouldn't just force him to be a big just because he big, you know what I mean? When obviously his passing was the best passing on the court. Nobody, it wasn't a guard on either team that could pass the ball like Wimby. So I just think he's a great playmaker, and I don't want to have him catching the ball in the post every time or 50% of the time, when I can give it to him at the perimeter, let him draw three, and then throw the ball to the post to somebody who wide open.
No, I get what you're saying. The reason I'm gonna disagree is if he's catching the ball in the perimeter, the defense already won. Because like Space was saying, I think he needs to come inside the paint and just shoot your little, just shoot a pull up, bro. If you can get your feet, you get a little 10 foot, you 7 foot 7, whatever you are. He's so skinny, and I don't think he's ever going to be a big bruiser. And even if he was a big bruiser, what they teach play, even KD, when he wants to get a shot off, he pins down his defender in the paint and calls for the ball, then works from there. It's only a few guys that, and I don't think Wemby is going to be one of those guys that you can give the ball at the perimeter and say, all right, let's clear out, let you cook. And I don't think he's going to be that deadly of a shooter that I want him start. I want Wemby starting right at the elbow. Get your butt to the
Right.
elbow, seal off the dude if he's smaller than you. That's what he got to work in the weight room. I'm gonna throw him the ball, and he could just turn around and shoot it over him. And if they want to double that, let's go. I agree. You could put some bigger players around him, a center. Hell, you could, like you said, even double bigs because he can stretch the floor. But at the end of the day, he's not going to be as elite as a wing or a guard on the perimeter as he would be as a player that could give you triple threat from that elbow position. If you're a big man, he's faster than you, can get around you, dunk on you. He can pull up on you. If you're a short guy, he's going to shoot over you. To me, you're just making it harder keeping him out on the 3-point line. Like, it's just, oh, yeah, I'll just let him shoot threes. You know what I mean? If you're a 35% 3-point shooter, that's cool with me. You
I,
know what I
I
mean?
think
You
So that,
winning. you winning in the long run. If he just out there just shoot threes,
Yeah, I'm
he's
cool.
not taking advantage of his height.
I can, I
You
can, I
know,
can dig it.
yeah, that's all I got to say about Wemby. But I ain't worried about Wemby. But back to the Rockets, though.
Right.
You know, back to our
So did
Rockets, bro.
y'all see the Ahmed Thompson the two skip to my Luke hesitations?
Oh, the little yeah, I seen him. He got a
Yeah,
little giddy up when he running the fast break. Hey man, that he know what he doing, bro. He's not out there frantic, bro. Dude out there giving the skip to Malu where he just kind of that there was a pass he made. I don't know which was it
when
the
he came
one.
baseline.
It's the one he like went over his like sideways over his
Oh,
head. It was to
I
Jabari
was
after they
impressed.
trapped him and Jabari got a little and one off of it.
Oh yeah.
Dude's passes are so crispy and fast.
Bro, did you see the one when he got it? He got the rebound like on the far side of the court on the baseline,
And he
and he
threw it.
drove like he was about to,
Oh,
and he wrapped around and
yeah.
and and
Hit the big man on the cut.
hit
Yeah.
it, hit the big man on the cut right there in front of the. I was like, oh my
Yeah,
goodness, that
he
was
doing
just
that.
next
He
level, bro. That was next level.
Man, the passes are so crisp. They're so intentional. They're so decisive. Uh, it's man, y'all don't. I told y'all it's night and day, bro. Like we could talk about. I haven't seen. We don't have a player on the roster that I've seen do any of the stuff he was doing tonight. Not one that we've had in the past few years. Maybe John Wall. John Wall was like that, where he'll do have them passes that like they whipping across the court when he crashed the paint. It's like it's different, man. And I think that I'm curious to see because I feel like it's he's going to press the issue this year. If he picks up the defensive scheme fast, it's going to be hard to keep him off the court.
Bro, do you think he would make us almost regret getting Fred VanVleet as far as
Nah,
because if his defense stays like this, I mean he's gonna be a net positive on the court at all times. I'm not saying that Fred VanVleet won't be needed. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like, let's say he takes that he is what he's supposed to be, Amen Thompson. And all Fred is really doing is just bringing leadership, you know, and a culture setter, that type of thing. I know. I don't know. I'm just saying if he was to just elevate and we could see it clearly, like man, you know, he makes us better. Like he makes us way better. It's gonna be kind of hard for people to stay not pipe up and be like, see, we ain't never need Flan Vliet.
nah,
We
But
you
paying
need
them all this money.
you pay
I think
Fred.
by mid season, we gonna hear that.
yeah, that's
Listen,
the Rockets' way of life, though.
nah, you paying Fred for Jalen Green. You paying Fred for Kevin Porter Jr. You're paying Fred for Dillon Brooks. You're paying Fred for everybody on that team that is a young guy that needs a vet that is actually good to show them how it's done. So I think in that because even if let's say a man is better than Fred VanVleet, maybe halfway through the season in a bubble, a man is a rookie. Kevin Porter is not going to defer over to a man Thompson. You feel me? Just because he's a rookie, but I think
I don't think he gonna defer to anybody.
anybody I know. I think the hierarchy though,
KBJ.
Fred give you
I know what you mean though.
yeah, you
I
know what I
know what
mean.
you mean.
He give you okay. That's the top dog. I'm here trying to get it set a standard for everybody.
Give you a hierarchy.
A hierarchy. It just naturally just give you a
Yeah,
hierarchy, and they need that
yeah.
so bad, bro. So
But you
they
got
got a
to
standard to go from.
but now you speaking the truth though, Ghost. But you got to realize this. That's the Houston Rockets culture, man. You could have if you had AB on your team right now playing the four, it would be players on here right now saying, "Nah, man, we need to start Jabari over AD, man. We need to start him because he look good. He gonna make us better." That's what we do. The minute we recognize that talent, we think it's gonna magnify. Past the times of a professional that's been doing it for how many years. We want to see him magnify it right today, and that's what we're gonna see with Ahmed Thompson. I'm sure we're gonna see it. You know what I mean? Like you said, just
Yeah,
because of the
yeah.
defense alone, Fred VanVleet gonna play defense. We know he's scrappy. We know he's gonna get after it, and we're gonna see him out there. And it's gonna be people that say this: Jalen Green have a couple bad games. Man, we need to start Fred VanVleet at the 2 and start Armin at the point. We're gonna hear all that. You know what I mean? Because he was guys last year
bro.
calling for Tata.
You,
You know what I
Who is
mean?
that
gonna
was just
be?
a hype. Hey, that was just a
Nah,
hypothetical. I
no.
didn't say I
Who is
believe
it gonna
that.
be? I'm
You know,
looking at the chat. I'm trying to see who the people that's gonna start these fights. I
Kurt,
can see Dan
Kurt,
Deach. He gonna start one.
oh, Van
Kurt.
Dees for sure.
Kurt. You
Yeah,
know
Dan
Kurt
Deach gonna
already
be
on it.
starting some. Let me see who else here. David Wynn probably gonna start some.
Yeah,
Yeah. Let me see who else in here. Sigamix be chilling.
Sigma
Sigamix,
Mix, you chilling.
Let
Yeah,
me see who the people that be starting controversy in here. Young Edo gonna fall in love with one of these players like he had with KJ since KJ gone out.
AJ.
Man Thompson, his new guy, he gonna be saying, "Nah, we got to start a man over Jalen." And y'all know it's gonna happen, bro. The controversies,
But
I already see it.
one thing about a man, he's big enough. I think he can play 1 through 3. Truthfully, so
Yep.
he can be on the court with Fred VanVleet because they give you another a ball handler. They give you another playmaker. Fred VanVleet, a man, and Sengun on the court feeding Jabari and Jalen Green. That'll be crazy.
I'm gonna
I
tell
think.
you a little secret, something that I just noticed. Coach Sullivan gave us a preview at a point in the game of what they might look like. When he had Hudgens, Fred VanVleet, he had and men playing the Jalen role. They had
Mm-hmm.
Tari, they had Jabari, and they had that big man, that the Huff playing the Shangoon role. I noticed that lineup they rolled it out a little bit. Hudgens was getting killed by Scoot. Scoot was like destroying him. He could not stay in front of him, but I feel like they try to simulate some of the lineups that you may see with, and honestly, they really did have a man running some of the plays because when Hudgens was in the game, a man would play off ball, and they put him in the corner, and basically that's what Jalen did over the year. So it's so much. They're so versatile with what they could do with the game. With Jabari and Tari, I'm praying that these are good problems to have. If Fred VanVleet he's going to be good. He's way better than the man. If Fred VanVleet played in the summer league, he'd average 40 on great efficiency. Like,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
So it's let's not go crazy with, like, we know that this is still the level of competition. Fred VanVleet was guarding Steph Curry in the NBA Finals. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? He was hitting threes to put the Raptors up two to, you know what I mean? So there's a level of kind. We're going to see when the season start, like, these guys look good. They're going to struggle. Amen Thompson, I'm curious to see what is his counter to when he plays a real NBA defense with Anthony Davis and LeBron James back there, with bigger athletes that are more versatile that can guard him, when they crowd the paint and dare him to shoot. Because that's really when we're going to find out about what type of player he is. So I don't, as far as who's going to start, I think obviously the guys that have been there are going to start because they know what it looked like. Amen still has to go through his lumps, and he's going to go. Like I put a tweet out, like, he might look good today, he might look bad tomorrow. That's not really what it's about. I'm looking at his demeanor. Dude was confident, controlled the game, was poised. That's what I want in a point guard, because I know that when it's game on the line, he got ice water in his brain. I don't need a dude like that's helter skelter. I don't need Russ. I don't need Kevin Porter. Like, I don't need a guy that's going to do something stupid. I need a Chris Paul. I need a Jason. I need a guy that his mind is a computer, like the LeBrons, where he has a plan and he's going to execute it. And I think that's what he's shown in the OTE. You could tell in his interviews, and I think he showed that tonight in his probably the biggest game of his career to date. So,
Young Ghetto already in the chat. Man,
what he say?
he got shades of LeBron. He got shades of LeBron in
Oh yeah,
our
we.
group chat.
I ain't
In
gonna
our
lie,
group
bro.
chat on Twitter.
I thought that too. Joe Blue, you there? You alive, bro?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, bro. What you thought
What
about
up,
the
Joe?
game, man? What up, Joe? What you thought about the
I mean,
game?
from the game, I'm excited with everything I saw. I was a little kind of scared with what Jabari did the first half, but then he kind of just let the game come to him. Like, I think in the first half he was trying to do too much. I think that if anything, that's the one thing he needs to learn, is just let the game come to him. Like, he's gonna get his shots no matter what. And I think he kind of did that in the third quarter. I was happy. I was really impressed with what I saw with Amon. It's kind of like what prior to the draft, I was kind of like I was leaning more towards Scoot, but I like the potential of Amon being a 6'7" point guard though. And I've got comparisons like where he could be like a combo of like Rondo and Anthony Hardaway. And I don't know, many people have brought that up, Anthony Hardaway's game, if you remember his game a bit. Um, but the fact that he could switch pretty much to all positions on defense, I like what he did as far as what he did on the defensive end. Another player to compare to, but like, I mean, the athleticism is nowhere near, was like Sean Livingston, like how he was like a lengthy point guard, you know, and he was able to switch to all defenders, and he helped that defense when it came to Golden State Warriors. And I just see so much potential with Amon, just kind of doing a little bit of everything, getting you anywhere between 15 to 20, but also filling up the stat sheet. And I think what impressed me the most was like his basketball IQ was getting like making the right play, making the right pass when needed to be. When like he would enforce his offense. He would make whenever whenever there was an open man, he would pass it to the open man, which is what I want from my point guard. And I was really impressed, in my opinion.
Hey, was
No,
it
that's a
a
good.
no? I was gonna say, was it a point? Like when they started calling all the fouls back to back, was it a point to where y'all felt like they was they was kind of holding us on the calls, and how do y'all feel about the way that we responded to adversity?
Yeah, I think that the foul. I mean, a man was trying to be physical. He did foul a couple of times because he was trying to swipe the ball and be real aggressive with Scoot. And Scoot was just, I mean, they're both strong guards. Like I look, man, y'all don't understand what a treat it was to watch them two kids go at each other and play basically the same but in different ways. But nah, he was doing too much, at the NBA standard. So, but the response to adversity part is really, yeah, I think that's what's different. Especially not even just for Jabari, but the team. And this is something to me, even under Coach Salas, like one thing I will say about them, I mean, some of the time, yeah, I'm not gonna say they never quit, but there was a lot of games last year that we would be down by a lot and they would fight back, like at least to make it respectable. And some of them we did end up winning some of those games, but I think when you got the type of character players like Jabari and Tari on your team, they're never going to stop. When you got guys like KJ Martin that were out there hustling and Sengun and Jalen when he was filling up to it and even KPJ never quit, bro. Like he quit, like y'all know what I mean. Like in his mind, like he the type he just don't he's just gonna go, and it's good for the good and the bad. So I think when it comes to character and like quote unquote dog mentality, we got dogs, bro. And these are dudes that I think the biggest thing they gotta learn how to win. And I love that they showed that tonight. Can this translate, especially for the guys that are actually going to be playing? Like we had starters on our actual team playing tonight. You know what I mean? Some of these players are going to be key parts of our 2023-24 season. So can they bring that same intensity when it's you going against Joel Embiid and Giannis and Jimmy Butler, and it ain't gonna be no random dude from Portland or some a man trying to dude trying to get a spot on the team for Detroit. How do you respond to how does a man Thompson, and I don't mind him coming off the bench because yeah, we're gonna have a good second team, right? So I can imagine him, Kevin Porter Jr., Tari Eason. That's gonna be a nasty three.
They
You
gonna
feel
cook.
me? Off the
They gonna
bench,
cook second. Yeah, they gonna cook any second lineup, bro.
they
For real.
running, shoot like bro. That second unit gonna be deadly, bro.
That might win
Deadly.
some
Like
games for us. That's gonna win some
that
games for us. The
to me,
depth.
that's the edge we got. Because
Yeah.
our first team may not we'll probably be a wash. Most teams are gonna be better than us. They got all stars, all NBA. Your bench, I think that's what's gonna get all them wins. Is like most teams, I think at our level, you want to be able to put out constant good effort for the whole 48. And I think with those guys, they can do that.
Yeah, bro. I like you said, I think it's gonna be a watch. I think our bench unit might just be a plus every night. Unless we're going up against like the Bucks or Philadelphia or some type of contender or the Boston Celtics. I think everybody else, I don't think their bench run as deep. Maybe OKC bench run just as deep, but I don't know. It's gonna be tit for tat with us in OKC. I think we might take like kind of that OKC leap, not quite like they did, but I can see us knocking on the door of that, bro. Because our bench unit, we gonna have a mix of athleticism and shooting coming off the bench. Like our starting five might be a little compromised shooting, but with KPJ coming off the bench and Amen Thompson, like bro, we're gonna have a lot of playmakers and a lot of athleticism coming off the bench that most teams just don't have privy of having right now.
Facts. You think about the Dillon Brooks edition, some of the lineups. I love Jabari playing the five. And I want y'all to notice in this game, when he played the five, they didn't have him in a deep drop, which was the dumbest stuff I've ever seen in my life. When he switched out, even some of the times he was already above the screen, ready to take on the assignment. So you knew he was going to step out on it and guard and just kind of just, hey, you got to beat me one on one. And so they could play some Jabari at the five and switch 1 through 5. You can get a man in there if he's. I just have a feeling he might even close some games for us just for defensive purposes.
Yeah, bro.
You know what
And
I mean?
and what I noticed, we didn't have those just collapses in like brain farts defensively. It's like we stayed connected to the men. We was rotating. Most of the time we stayed in a lot of man to man because it's summer league.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna get
Too fancy, yeah.
too fancy with the defensive schemes yet. But for the most part, we stayed with our men and we was fighting over screens. I think Cam needs to learn how to navigate screens a little bit more. But for the most part, most of our guys was navigating the screens. And if they did switch, they actually pointed it out. Hey, it's a switch. We're going to switch right here. And didn't nobody just get left wide open, easy cuts to the basket, back screens. We didn't see a whole lot of that. We stayed in front of our men. I think we forced the Blazers to really shoot a lot of three pointers, especially in the first half, to where they made a lot of 3-pointers. That little dude Davis they got on their
Oh, he a
team,
bucket, bro.
that dude can get buckets, man. I seen
Bucket.
I seen Jabari closing out on him. I seen
Nah.
Tari closing out on him. He was just shooting it. I was like, man, this little dude here, he's a sniper and he got a little nice mid range game and he can
Yeah.
get to the bucket, bro. I was kind of impressed with the Davis dude. I'm not going to front him and Shaden Sharp. Shaden Sharp came a
Sharp.
long way in shooting, bro. He's
Sharp is
been
special.
Bro, he's been with Dame. You could tell because he been shooting them. He was shooting them damn near from half court, damn near the high, like from the little hash mark. He was taking threes, and I was like, man, Shaden, okay, if he get that in his
Dude,
bag, bro.
Sharp and Scoot are going to be. That's a guard and a two guard combo that's going to be a formidable backcourt to mess with because they are not small. So it's not like how it was Dame and CJ
Right,
where it was getting picked on by bigger. Like, nah, Scoot built like a
strong
damn
safety.
strong safety, big as hell out there, and Sharp by 6'7", 6'6". So yeah, I think it was a good matchup. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this. It's getting late, 11:30. So we have Detroit on Sunday. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, a man gets to go. Detroit. I wonder who's playing. I don't. I haven't heard if Cade is Cade in summer league. No, right? I don't think he is.
I don't know. I don't know if he's still rehabbing or what.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They probably he a third year. Normally, most teams go as far as oh, we got a super chat as far as second year players. But I know Ivy probably might be out there. Third Coast Alliance with the $10 super chat. Shout out to you, dog,
Good
man.
looking out.
Appreciate
Good
it.
looking out.
He says our defense is going to be dumb nice. Dillon, Tari, Bari, Amen. With all these two-way guys, I hope it gives Jalen, KPJ, and Alp motivation to pull their. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying with Jalen and Alp, them spots. They need to be looking behind their shoulders, bro. Because if any of Tari or Amen is just that much clearer, a better defender, and I already see Amen Thompson as a great defender, bro. They might, Ime is about that defense, bro. And if especially if you're not trying. It's one thing if Jalen is like trying and fighting screens and whatever, but if it's like he's just doing that stuff he was doing where he just kind of laissez-faire, yeah, I could definitely see where they might not bench him, but you'll notice his minutes start going down. That's
bro.
how you could tell a coach down on somebody. You're gonna start seeing that minute like do,
Yeah,
and the other person go up. Yep.
I would say this. I think we got more of the squad now to actually be able to switch defensively than we did last year because we was just switching without a purpose last year. It was like we just switched just to switch, and I think
Yeah.
teams knew that as long as they come and set a screen or something, we gonna easily give up the switch. I think we do have the capabilities and the personnel to actually look good switching and causing some mixed matches here and there defensive wise for our guys as well. So I'm gonna be looking to see the defensive scheming. I know like it's summer league, but I'm gonna be looking to see if they're gonna pull out some switching, here soon, just to get warmed up, especially in preseason.
I mean, that's what I was
Facts.
gonna.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna bring up because I think from what I saw in the game, I think I did see a bit more switching on the defense though, because normally they would go under the screens, and you kind of didn't see them do that much as far as going under the screens. I think they switched quite a bit as far as from what I could tell.
Yeah, and like Spacer said, it's because it's summer league. Everybody's real vanilla. The offenses aren't going to be too creative. The defense, you probably just want to switch. When Huff was in the game, they played him in a drop, and then fought over the screen, and we're in trail position behind the ball handler. Once they got around the screen, a men's trail defense is really impressive. And when he was getting screened, he blew up the screen. A lot of times those might be fouls in a real NBA game, but he's such a strong kid that he's banging the center as they trying to screen him. Then he's fighting around, and he's so fast and tall that by the time the guard is at the rim, he's there contesting with the big man. So that body is, I mean, that's stuff that like we always talk about how having an NBA body is a positive on offense. A men's NBA body is a positive on defense, and I think that's a different angle that we haven't seen from some of the guys we've drafted. This is what I expected from Jay Gupp, because Jay Gupp had an NBA body coming in. He was already kind of stout, just never translated. But I don't know who said this, but a man seemed like he reading the game using his point guard mind on defense too, just like a quarterback. I think Ime Udoka said something about, or I don't know, some coach or somebody, basically to be a good coordinator for the other side of the ball, whether you're a defensive offense, you got to know both sides, so you could plan against it. Like if I want to be a defensive coordinator, I got to know what an offensive coordinator sees, so I can anticipate it. And I think for him, being a high IQ ball handler as a point guard, he can kind of guess the schemes and where the pass is supposed to be. Where's the outlet going to be if my guy is driving here? He knows where the kickouts are, so he can anticipate those passing lanes. That I ain't even gonna say what I be thinking about a lot of this, but I'm just very impressed. I'm very impressed. Shout out to Britney
I think you
Spears,
nailed it
bro.
though. I think you nailed it
Real
because
quick, Joe.
that's how you said it's
Real quick,
basketball
Joe
IQ.
Blue.
Hey,
Go ahead.
hey,
Real quick.
you see our normal late guy.
Yeah.
Usagami just woke up.
Oh yeah. Where you at?
He
There was a
just
game.
came.
Did he
He
ask
just
about it? There's
came
a
in.
game.
Yeah, he
What that
said,
dude
"Did we
said? A game
win?"
winner.
He said,
You just
"He
got me,
said, did
bro.
we win?" He said, "Y'all spoiled me. I just woke up. Did we win?"
We're out
you.
there in Universe 665, bro, where the game is still going on.
Hey, let me
Yeah,
get
we
that.
won, bro.
Let me get that Red Dragon real quick. Say, Ghost,
What do
bro,
you
your
say?
last video about Brooks scared my kid with your big old head zoomed in on the screen. Hey, watch
Oh
it, man.
man,
I ain't
yeah,
gonna
man,
lie.
y'all be.
I woke up that morning and I did it, and it was super hot in my damn garage because that's why I be filming that stuff now. So I ain't gonna
Oh
lie. I just
man,
left it. I just left it at that, bro. Forgive me. I kind of rushed that one
what?
together, bro. I'm not gonna even lie. But hey,
Oh, he
watch
probably
the
watched.
head, bro.
He
Watch
watching it on the
the
big screen, bro. I know one of my partners told me he
head.
watch our videos on his big screen. Yeah, y'all tripping though. Not too much of my boy. Joe, what was you saying? What was you saying, man?
No, I was saying I think you nailed it though. With when it came to Amon, I think it's his basketball IQ though that kind of really separates him. That it's how you said when it comes to defense, where to be on defense. Um, as far as his poise, making the right play, making the right pass. I think you nailed it with him. Like it's like how you said him, how coordinating be like it's almost like the QB being like our Tom Brady, just making the right play for
Facts,
the, you know what I mean? And I think you nailed it on that.
man. Perfect analogy, bro. That's why I always said we needed a point guard out of this. It's like going into if you were an NFL team, I'll give you an analog is tanking for 3 years with an NFL team and drafting a bunch of receivers, bro. That's what we've been doing. And like DBs and like if you
Specialists.
don't, if you don't leave a 3-year tank with a QB, you didn't do nothing. You didn't do
Facts.
nothing, bro. And that's why I was so happy. Like we have a point guard. We got a quarterback. You can't go through all this pain and not get a point guard. Like out of some way, a top blue chip point guard. We got one. As long as he stay healthy. I don't even care about I care about this season, but dude, like these dudes are gonna be in like I was saying, 2025, 2026. Jalen Green is gonna be, let me see, he's 21 right now, so that's about 3 years. He's gonna be 24 years old. Alperen Sengun is gonna be about 24 years old. Tari Eason is gonna be about 25, 26. Jabari is gonna be about 23. This is at the end of Fred VanVleet's contract, right? This is when Dillon Brooks last year with us, where he's gonna be coming off the bench probably. Amen Thompson is going to be 23. Cam Whitmore is going to be 21 or 22. This is 3 years from now, and they're all still going to be babies going
Yeah.
into their first contracts. So it's just up from here, bro. And we got Coach Udoka. So it's up, man. So on that note, man, appreciate y'all boys for coming through.
Hit that like button.
Yeah, hit the like,
260
subscribe.
in here. Come on. Get that likes
Y'all
up.
don't hate. Don't hate, man. Y'all know there's too much going on, too much good in this world for you to be hating right now. But hit the like button, and we appreciate y'all, man. We'll be back on Sunday for the Pistons post game. I don't know if Space gonna run that. If not, I'll step in on that. But yeah, y'all keep rocking with us, man. Appreciate.